Picture this. Mesopotamia almost 4,000 years ago, a land of fertile plains and bustling city-states. It is a hotbed of early civilization, where innovation and culture are flourishing. City-states are vying for power, and in the mix is Hammurabi, the ambitious king of Babylon. He is determined to leave his mark on history. He is not content with just conquering territory. Hammurabi wants to create order and unity within his vast empire. His vision extends beyond mere conquest. His solution? A groundbreaking set of laws etched in stone for all to see. Hammurabi's Code. This was a revolutionary idea at the time, yet it was not the earliest known code of laws. The earliest known code of laws was crafted by the Sumerian ruler Ur-Nammu of the city of Ur. His set of laws dates all the way back to the 21st century BC, which is more than 3 centuries before Hammurabi's code. The Sumerian code of Lipit-Ishtar of Isin was drawn up nearly 2 centuries before Hammurabi came to power. These earlier codes both bear a striking resemblance to Hammurabi's codes in their style and content, suggesting they may have influenced Hammurabi in drafting his set of laws. Hammurabi's code was not just a list of don'ts, it was a comprehensive legal framework. Hammurabi's code, with its 282 laws, covered everything from trade and property to family disputes and personal injury. It addressed the complexities of daily life. It provided a framework for justice and a way to unify the diverse people under Babylonian rule. This was crucial for maintaining peace and stability. Imagine the impact of having these laws displayed publicly, carved into towering stelae for everyone to see, even those who could not read. It was a powerful symbol of justice and authority. The fact that Hammurabi's code has survived for millennia is remarkable in itself. Can you imagine legal documents surviving that long today? The code was literally carved into massive diorite stelae, a type of hard, durable rock. These stelae, weighing several tons, were erected in prominent public places, ensuring that the laws were accessible to all. Imagine the scene: bustling marketplaces, temples buzzing with activity, and towering above it all, these imposing stelae inscribed with the laws that governed their lives. This physical embodiment of the law served as a constant reminder of Hammurabi's authority and the importance of justice in Babylonian society. Many people associate Hammurabi's code with the principle of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It is certainly a memorable phrase and one that reflects a core element of the code's approach to justice retribution. If you broke someone's leg, you could expect to have your own leg broken as punishment. While this might seem harsh by today's standards, it is important to remember the historical context. In the absence of sophisticated prisons or rehabilitation systems, Hammurabi's code aimed to deter crime by establishing clear and proportionate consequences for wrongdoing. Although barbaric by today's standards, Hammurabi's code did place the burden of proof on the accuser. If the accusation was proven false, then the accuser would face harsh punishment. The idea was to create a system where the punishment fit the crime, preventing cycles of escalating revenge. While the eye for an eye principle is well known, Hammurabi's code was far more nuanced than that. It was not simply about blind vengeance. The severity of the punishment often depended on the social status of both the victim and the perpetrator. Slaves, commoners, and elites were treated differently under the law. For instance, if a man knocked out the teeth of his equal, then his teeth shall be knocked out also. However, if a person of higher rank knocked out the teeth of a lower rank person, then the higher rank person would only pay a fine as punishment. However, if a lower rank person struck a person of higher rank, then the punishment would be much harsher. This hierarchical approach to justice might seem unfair today, but it reflected the social realities of ancient Babylon. Family matters. Marriage, divorce, and inheritance in ancient Babylon. Hammurabi's code did not just deal with crimes, it also delved into the complexities of family life. Marriage, for example, was considered a legal contract, and the code outlined the rights and responsibilities of both husbands and wives. Divorce, though permitted, came with specific conditions and consequences. Inheritance was another area where the code provided clear guidelines, aiming to prevent family disputes and ensure the orderly transfer of property. Sons typically inherited more than daughters, reflecting the patriarchal nature of Babylonian society. However, the code did grant women certain rights, especially widows, who had some control over their husband's estate. commerce and contracts, regulating trade in a bustling society. Babylon was a hub of trade, and Hammurabi's code included provisions to regulate commercial activities. Contracts were taken very seriously, and the code outlined the penalties for breaching agreements. There were even regulations concerning loans and interest rates, demonstrating a surprisingly modern understanding of economic principles. The code also addressed issues related to agriculture, a cornerstone of the Babylonian economy. It stipulated the responsibilities of landowners and farmers, including regulations on irrigation and water rights. These provisions highlight the code's practicality and its focus on maintaining order and fairness in all aspects of Babylonian life. Echoes of Hammurabi lasting influences on modern law. While separated by thousands of years, there are fascinating parallels between Hammurabi's code and modern legal systems. The ancient Babylonian king's laws have left an indelible mark on the way we think about justice and governance. The very concept of codified law, a set of written rules and punishments, has its roots in ancient Babylon. Hammurabi's code was one of the earliest and most complete written legal codes, and it set a precedent for future legal systems. The idea that laws should be accessible to all, a principle embodied in those towering stelae, is still fundamental to democratic societies today. This accessibility ensures that everyone, regardless of status, can understand the laws that govern them. While we have moved away from an eye for an eye justice, the principle of proportionality, where punishment is commensurate with the crime, still resonates in modern legal thinking. This concept helps maintain fairness and balance within the justice system. Hammurabi's code, in its own time and context, laid the groundwork for the very idea of a just and orderly society governed by a clear set of laws. Its influence can be seen in the legal traditions that have shaped civilizations throughout history and continue to do so today. A timeless legacy, the enduring significance of Hammurabi's code. Hammurabi's code was not perfect, and some of its provisions might seem shocking or unjust by today's standards. For instance, the principle of an eye for an eye might appear harsh to modern sensibilities. However, it is crucial to judge it within its historical context. In an era where tribal justice and personal vendettas were common, a codified set of laws was a significant advancement. This was a time when law and order were far from givens, and Hammurabi's efforts to create a unified legal system were groundbreaking. His code sought to bring consistency and fairness to a diverse and sprawling empire. The code's influence on subsequent legal systems is undeniable, and its principles continue to resonate even today. Many modern legal concepts, such as the presumption of innocence, can trace their roots back to these ancient laws. The very act of codifying laws, making them public and accessible, was a revolutionary step towards greater transparency and accountability in governance. It allowed citizens to know their rights and obligations clearly. Hammurabi's code stands as a testament to the enduring human quest for justice and order. It reminds us that the pursuit of a fair and just society is a timeless endeavor, one that continues to evolve and inspire. Conclusion: Lessons from Ancient Babylon. As we have journeyed back in time to explore Hammurabi's code, we have uncovered fascinating insights into the legal and social structures of ancient Babylon. From the towering stelae inscribed with laws to the intricacies of family law and commerce, the code offers a window into a civilization grappling with many of the same challenges we face today. While times have changed, the fundamental human desire for justice and order remains constant. Hammurabi's code, with its flaws and its insights, reminds us of the importance of clear laws, proportionate punishments, and the ongoing pursuit of a more just and equitable society.
Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do like to know and hear your feedback. And if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get early access to our videos and where we post bonus material. Till next time, this is Geeky Tidbits saying cheers and have a good day.